Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I am here 365 days of the year to take your political questions at 12 noon or as soon after as I can get on. And I usually gather them from the chat in like the hour before I go on. So between like 11 and 12 Central Time, Chicago time in the US, just put your questions in the chat. During the live stream, just put anything in all caps during the live stream. That's how you communicate with me. And other than that, please just type normally. So I'll know that you're talking to me and not to others. Let me see here. We have epic troll slayers to keep us safe. And I'm very distracted today. I'm having trouble just keeping the 4,000 things running through my head organized, but we'll get there. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe and make this community safe. Thank you. Thank you very, very much for that. It is much appreciated. And yeah, I think that's about it. Our questions today are not awful. I know, it's kind of shocking. I'm glad you guys like the overlay. I just loved this. I'm still testing the merch. I'm getting samples in and seeing if things are good enough quality yet. So I will let you guys know. I'm not trying to tease you. I'm just trying to make sure everything's as nice as possible. So this is the pouch that came in yesterday. So I have a new pouch for my cards. Seems good. It's softer than it looks. It's on a woven fabric though. It isn't as obviously isn't as sharp an image as like on a mug, but it's quite nice. Anyway, cards. Let's use some tarot cards, shall we? All right. So happy Friday. Thank you guys. I really appreciate all your kindness and your patience and what have you. Good day, Darren. Hello. So, all right. Just trying to pull myself together here. The sun's doing that weird thing again. So I'll fix this and then hopefully I'll be able to leave it for the rest of the live stream. There, that should work. All right, here we go. Whew. Paula says, I missed part 2 of your question. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got 13 questions though. Perhaps tomorrow? Could you put it in the chat tomorrow, perhaps, please? So, all right. Yeah, I'm having a day. I did not get to sleep until late. I was working on the new website and like 2 a.m. And then I was woken up in the middle of the night by one of the smoke alarms chirping. So, oh, Paula, that question. I'm not going to be able to read on that today. I'm sorry. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm a little scattered today because I was up in the middle of the night, you know, where you walk around and you're trying to figure out where it is in the house. All right, where's the beeping coming from? And then you've got to wait for a couple of minutes between each beep. And so I'm carrying around my ladder and then you make sure it's the right one. And then I took the battery out and it still beeped again. Do I have the right? And of course, I'm a zombie. So yeah, here we are. But I'm here to read on your questions. The good news is it's easy to get my conscious mind out of the way today because it's barely shown up. Obviously. So, all right. Let's start with number one. So number one at 6 minutes in. What the foliage living says my smoke alarm went off too. Taylor B says you need vacation. Nah, too much to do. Joanne Frank is saying ours sounds like crickets. Oh, that's pretty cool. So, Putin has declared Google, and YouTube to be guilty of terrorism. Yes, kids, terrorism. Where is my closest dentist? Question mark. Enter. That dentists can be terrifying? Is that? And since Google owns YouTube, yes, they're going to they're talking about blocking YouTube and whatnot. But Google. I did. Okay. So Putin has declared Google and YouTube to be guilty of terrorism and is banning them in Russia for at least a week. A week? What? That's just like going on vacation for a week. I didn't use Google for last week. I was on vacation. Yeah. So Sarah and I were talking about this, and she had this fantastic question. How will his soldiers find their way around Ukraine without Google Maps since the Ukrainians removed all the road signs? Lisa Bennett, Google, you're grounded. Exactly. Yes, Teresa Ford, Google, you're having a timeout. Go to your room and think about what you've done. Desert Dawn says he assumes he will take over Ukraine by then. Oh, so anyway, he's accused him of terrorism. I would hope his I would hope his troops aren't using Google Maps, but you never know. Russia banning Google and YouTube. Nope, 2 cards at the end. Jen Glenn says maybe Putin has plans for next week. He doesn't want it to be seen on YouTube or Google. Maybe. So Lisa Bennett says, if there are no troop movements for a week, then we'll know. This is liberal Ukrainians, and this is liberal West, and being perfectly fine. Oh, is Tucker gone? In my dreams. 9 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Chariot, and Star with the Magician. So I got 2 cards for the end, and they're both Major Arcana. So this ends with Major Arcana. But it's, in theory, pretty good. These are pretty happy cards. The lighting is making it hard for me to actually see the cards. It's just one of those days. All right, let's turn this down. Let's turn this up. No, it's going to be one of those days. All right, fair enough. We'll just do this then. I'll do that. It makes it easier for me to see the cards. There we go. I can see them now. These are merchants. Merchants with a lot of wares. This is a dynasty, or this can be, you know, I don't have the Hierophant here, so it's not an institutionalized company, but this would be a company with a whole lot of resources, a whole lot of stuff to offer. They're fine. Really, they're fine. And then people are still going to be standing up doing like personal reporting about the war. And there's hope. These cards do feel positive. Well, these last two do. Yeah, good luck. Be clear, magenta. And all along I thought Vladimir was a fan and subscriber to the Black and Orange YouTube channel. Why? Why would he be? Why would I say nothing? I only say bad things about him. So I don't think it's going to have any effects. So anyway, all right. Now, another reason Putin is maybe vexed. 12 minutes in. Okay, are you ready for this? Putin is vexed. While many pharmaceutical companies have not been involved in the sanctions against Russia, as medicine is considered exempt as a humanitarian effort, good. AbbVie has announced it will no longer manufacture Botox in Russia. As Putin is rather famously dependent on the medicine, could something as ridiculous as his vanity be what helps sway him to end this conflict? He actually does. He uses a ton of Botox. It goes back to KGB. It's so he has less facial reaction when, vanity, yeah, but it's so he has less facial reaction to be able to tell what he's thinking. It's a real thing. This isn't just vanity, but there's some vanity there too, I'm sure. And apparently, rumor has it he's wigging out. I don't know if that's true, but rumor has it he's wigging out. And as a long-time Botox user, oh gosh. Yeah, so what effect is this going to have on Putin? Let's just see that. AbbVie. I would think you'd have a stockpile, but you never know. AbbVie will no longer manufacture Botox in Russia. DDN says yes. Poker face. Needs to keep his poker face. Bellbook and Candle said as well. Poker face. Yes, exactly. All right, that's it. And turn on. I'm moving this. I'm so sorry that this lighting thing. I cannot just keep adjusting it. So we're gonna do the artificial lights. Just let me pull this over here, turn this on, move that there. There we go. All right. Oh, Danielle, I'm afraid I don't do personal readings. I'm just doing political readings. All right. So really 15. We'll just change it to 15. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have to adjust the lighting again, even though I look a little waxy in this light. All right, so the question is about Putin, who is all upset because apparently is all upset because the company that makes Botox is no longer going to manufacture it in Russia. And apparently he's wigging out. So Sarah is saying Botox with proper refrigeration can only last about 4 weeks from its creation. Oh, wow. Bell Book and Candle saying, I'd be afraid someone would taint his botulism dose. Oh, that's a point. He is paranoid. Wow. Okay. Okay. So let's see. How's this going to affect Putin? 3 of Wands. Looking overseas. Maybe trying to get a supply from China or something. I don't know. OTD, he definitely uses Botox. It's so his face doesn't react. It's a KGB thing. So you have to keep his so he can keep his poker face. 7 of Cups. Oh, this is the beautifying, the mirage, the 10 of Swords. That's a whole lot of Botox. Okay, but he wants his victory. So I've got 7 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 6 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and Knight of Pentacles. He's had a lot of Botox. He will go without some Botox. He will get some people to get him some. He's focused on his victory. This will have no effect on him. Basically none. Cindy Lou says, I wonder if there's such a thing as Botox withdrawal. I think there could be, but this isn't going to affect what he's doing in Ukraine, I'm afraid. Well, we can dream. Okay, so at 18 minutes, hello, kitten. You have a clean blankie on the chair. Yes, you do. I washed the blankies. Okay. India. India has broken with other countries concerning Russian sanctions and purchased 3 million barrels of Russian oil. How will this affect India's alignment with the rest of the world? Hello, kitten. Yes. India, what are you doing? India. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, and Russia's going to make full use of that money. Queen of Wands. 6 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. King of Pentacles. This really benefits Putin. This really helps him. Seriously. I mean, I am not kidding. This really helps Putin. Fruits of labor. Putin getting a chunk of money. This is showing they're bringing the sanctions. So this is aligning yourself with Russia. The people of India. There are other places they could get oil. There are. Why did you do it? Jolie is asking maybe Putin has some kind of leverage on India. I don't know. Good luck at your doctor's appointment, Linda. Al Menzi says he may get the money, but the Russian people won't. Pretty much. Oh, thank you, Judith. Thank you for being here. Oh, I'm afraid I don't do personal readings. So what about India's standing with the rest of the world who are fighting against Putin? They could have bought they could have bought that oil elsewhere. Teresa Dale says probably at cut rate prices. Oh, certainly. But Al Menzi says the Prime Minister of India likes Putin. Really? And Electra Storm saying the head of India is Putin likes. I'm not surprised. King of Cups. Those are leaders in the West. Emperor. Two of Wands. Queen of Wands. Queen of Cups. Justice. There will be pushback against India for aligning themselves with Putin, because you're fueling the invasion. You're monetarily paying for the invasion of Ukraine. That's what you're doing. And the Western countries will change. They will balance the situation. So Kevin Brazil says Russian oil is very dirty and harder to refine, like tar sands. Oh, interesting. Michelle Sutherland's asking, would botulism poisoning explain the decisions he's made? It probably wouldn't help. I could ask that. But with India, it looks like there are going to be some Western countries who are going to pull back a little bit from India. They are going to try to even that balance out. That was not a good idea, India. Seriously, not a good idea. Frida Smet says India produces lots of medicinals. That's true. Are you okay? I love India. Proud of my country. Oh, you should be. You absolutely should be. Buying Russian oil right now is just not a great look. So, maybe shouldn't have done that. Maybe your government shouldn't have done that. But so, I'm not saying you shouldn't love your country. I'm saying your country just bought oil from 3 million barrels of oil from Putin, from Russia, which is helping to fund the attack on Ukraine. That's all. All right. So Al Menzi's saying, I heard he's abusing steroids, swollen face, crazy mind. Lauren Sorensen is saying botulism is a nerve toxin, affects ability to move, but not to think. That's true. 2430. Let's just have a quick look. Is Putin, are Putin's decisions, let's make it easier to type, are Putin's decisions affected by, let's put in quotes, medicine. Steroids. Or whatever else. There we go. Let's have a look at that. It's going to be that kind of day. All right. At 26. So, are Putin's decisions affected by any kind of medicine or medicinal something, anything? Steroids, years and years and years and years of Botox? I don't know. All right, Putin. No, he's in, there's an article I was reading this morning. He's in late stage dictatorship. There are stages of dictatorship, and he's, that's mainly what it is. Hanged man. He's paranoid. 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 I'm afraid I only do political readings. I don't do personal readings. I'm sorry. King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Chariot, there is some kind of injection that is having an effect. It may be testosterone, it may be steroids, it may be, it's something that he doesn't have enough of because of his age. And then we have the attack on Ukraine here, the mobilization. So there is something that's pushing a little bit, but it's not the overriding factor. It's a small contributing factor. Oh, shall we save Fuzzhead? You know, I got I washed your blanket. I washed your blanket. Yes, I did. All right, I need to do the readings, dear. There you go. All right. Aha. Rest well, my friend. Rest well. Okay. All right, I have returned. So, anyway, okay. So at 29 minutes in, Arnold Schwarzenegger, 29. Arnold Schwarzenegger posted a 9-minute video on multiple platforms to reach the Russian people about the truth of Ukraine. Will his message get through? I'm really glad he did that. I like that, Deseret. Meow Maydays. Linda Sue is saying steroids will make you mean too. True. Al Menzies saying about the Schwarzenegger video, it was very good. Joanne Hall is saying it was an amazing video. So, will Arnold Schwarzenegger's video have an effect? There are people who will listen to him. Fruits of Labor. He has a lot of fans. One of those big, I don't know if we're ever going to see the likes of the kind of movie stars that were created in the 80s. The biggest movie stars from the 80s. I mean, things were still pretty. There was no YouTube. There were no. Computers were things you wrote line by line, just to even print out a letter. There wasn't an internet to speak of for the average person, and so there was only so much media. And those big movie stars from the 80s, I mean, worldwide stars, they still have a lot of sway. So, the sun, illumination, Wheel of Fortune, Devil, Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Ooh. It's stuff like that is why Putin is shutting down YouTube for a week. It's pointing out the corruption and what's wrong. Illumination. It was I haven't seen it, but I'm guessing it was a very reasonable emotional appeal. And Putin has reacted. But I think it's seriously, it has had an effect. Gretchen is saying that CNN is showing Putin's mansion right now. Oh, the $1 billion mansion. Scary. Linda Johnson is saying every generation is bigger than life stars. Oh, that's true. Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying in the 80s, that concentration of media did create some worldwide movie stars, a handful of them, who I'm glad he's using that reach for good. So it looks like it's having some effect. I like it. All right, 3330. There is talk of Zelensky being nominated for a much-deserved Nobel Prize. Will he win? Isabel Moss is saying Putin is tiny compared to Arnold. He feels it. Actually, what I got is maybe Putin himself saw it and he thought it was effective, and he's gone. Yes, Jen Glenn. Arnold struck a nerve for Putin. I think so. Mara, I'm so sorry. Is it Mara Colon? Eloquently said and heartfelt, Arnold was great. Okay, good. I'm so sorry if I've mispronounced your name. Ooh, Diane B says, the BBC says Arnold's video is trending in Russia. Yep. Jamie Johnson is saying Arnold tells them they're being lied to. Yep. But, all right, so it's actually going to be more like 35 now. Zelensky. Will Zelensky win a Nobel Prize? Oh, Desrat says, I just thank this group for helping me become myself. Not all will approve, but that's okay. Oh, bless. And I have you guys to thank too. I mean, those of you who've been with me since the beginning, you know how much I've come out of my shell. It's a great group. Thank you. The sun. Zelensky is this is definitely his moment in the sun. Unfortunately, he's being shelled at. All right, 9. That's oh my gosh, the pain and the worry. Hanged man in Ukraine. Oh, there are a lot of other candidates for the Nobel for Nobel Prize, but these feel weak. Hierophant. It could be a way for the Nobel Committee to send a message to aggressors like Putin. Possibly, because it feels like the competition is really weak. Oh, you guys are having. I'm so glad you're okay, Disrat. I'm so glad you're doing better. And Jeff has some really interesting information about Arnold Schwarzenegger's filming history. And you guys have great stuff going on in the chat. Just want to make sure I get through the questions. Zelensky, one right at the top. Oh, and then we're gonna go domestic. Magician, my goodness, he's talk about having stepped up to the plate. Judgment, insult to injury. He's certainly beloved. We can definitely say that. I want to say that, is it the pictures for today on Apple News? The thing I like about Apple News is you get news from, I see headlines from, I see everybody from Reuters to Fox News to, you name it. And Newsweek is saying Vladimir Putin suddenly disappears mid-speech during a Russian TV broadcast. Really? White Dragon says Ukrainian fighters call the Russian soldiers orcs. Is the picture thing here? I just want to make sure, because there was this it's like somebody made a pillow with Zelensky's, a picture of Zelensky on it, and they had their roller, like lint roller out, and they were very carefully it's like, wow, okay, but I'm not seeing it here now. So I can say I saved close. I did save some. There's an article in The Atlantic, which is worth reading, on Vladimir Putin has fallen into the dictator trap. Reality doesn't conform to the theory of the rational, calculating despot who can play the long game. I don't know about rational. And so what they're saying is, as Putin is he's pushing people away from him, which is what dictators do later, the stages of dictatorship. So the lower quality of information they receive, and the less they can trust the people who purport to serve them. As a result, even when government officials learn about plots to overthrow an autocrat, they may not share the knowledge. It's known as the vacuum effect. And basically, if the oligarchs were to move against him, would anyone warn him? So Putin, like many despots, isn't behaving fully rationally. He inhabits a fantasy world, surrounded by people who are afraid to challenge him, with a mind that has been poisoned by more than 2 decades as a tyrant. So that is why it's time to jettison the myth of the savvy strongman, or the dictator who's a geopolitical genius. Putin has fallen victim to the dictator trap and proved that he is neither. So, yeah, strongman, no. Dictator, yeah. So, 4130. Here we go. Couple of questions on this woman. Just a few short weeks after attending a white nationalist conference. So who are we talking about? Because there aren't that many politicians who attend white nationalist conferences anymore, where the crowd cheered Putin's name. Marjorie Taylor Greene went off on a journalist this morning when asked about her sympathy toward Russia. Apparently she got all upset, yelling about she's only loyal to the United States, blah, 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 blah. Like, Electra Storm, do we have to? No, I understand what you're saying, but here we are. Will her constituents continue to put up with her antics, or are her days in Congress numbered? Just checking in. Shamie Johnson says Anonymous is digging up dirt on her. Funny you should say that, considering it's the next question. Queen of Pentacles, that's her. Raking it in. She's being rewarded for this. Justice. Knight of Swords. Magician. Who's been going? Four of Cups, Nine of... Okay. Is she in legal trouble? I believe she's in the crosshairs for like the January 6th committee, but is she in other legal trouble? Because this is law enforcement. Her refusing to play with others and her feeling very beaten up. Then again, she does feel beaten up because she's got this black hole of need inside of her where she is desperate for attention. It's really what it is. She is desperate for attention. KB says she's a small person with a small mind. And that's true. Yeah, the louder people scream like that, the more desperate they are inside. And you have to remember, she came from a not great background. Her husband cheated on her. There's adultery. There's all kind of problems she's had, and now suddenly she has all this attention, and she has an audience for her ravings, and she's being rewarded for it. But there's some legal something here. I'm halfway through a graphic on her astrology chart. I'm starting to make little graphics of the astrology charts of the major characters we're reading on all the time. So Judith in the Netherlands is saying big mouth, big ego. Yes and no. Big mouth, oh, unquestionably. Big ego. Very, very, very low self-esteem. Very low. She tried to be a CrossFit personality to get attention for a while. Or Desert Dawn says many of us have rough pasts. It doesn't make us hateful. No, that's true. I'm not saying it excuses what she's doing by any means. I'm saying that that's just her what she's been through, and then suddenly she has this outlet where she's being rewarded for her most obnoxious, outrageous behavior, and she's desperate. And she will not work with Democrats. Oh no, of course not. Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands. She brought in a lot of money. Two of Cups, Hierophant, Four of Pentacles. She has paid her entire income from Congress in fines, but she's been making money hand over fist. So, will they get sick of her? It feels like there's something here. I don't know if it's about campaign contributions or if it's January 6th or something, but there's a problem here for her. There is a problem here for her. Someone coming, law enforcement, government coming after her in some way. Yes, Julie, a huge lack of self-love. Desperate for love and approval. Yes. All right. I think, yeah, there's some problem there for her. But let's see if Anonymous is going to pick up anything. 4830. 4830. Speaking of green. Oh, sure. Now it's raining. All right. Let's try moving this out of the way. Yes. Let's move this out of the way. And we'll look at Anonymous. Oh, God. Over there. There we go. My little home studio, as twere. Where are the key grip? The lighting engineers? Where are the lighting engineers when I need them? So one last thing over here. And then one more technical thing, if it'll let me. And then I'll be able to move on. Natural lighting. That's a bit better. Okay, let's try that. And hope the sun doesn't come out again. Makeup, lighting, exactly. Okay. And Kelby says she's made money in the stock market, doesn't need a paycheck. Insider trading. I think a number of them should be done in for insider trading, but that's just me. All right, 50 minutes in. Speaking of green. The international hacker group known as Anonymous has publicly singled out Marjorie Taylor Greene this last Wednesday by not only declaring her a Russian asset, but stating that, quote, history will not be kind to you, nor will we. Period, close quote. Wow. Will the public learn anything particularly damaging about Greene when Anonymous has done their thing? Oh, jeez. Ooh. Honestly, saying a couple more thumbs up, folks, and I'll make everyone tacos for lunch. Oh, I'm in. So, Anonymous is going to go after Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. World card for the reading. That's not small. There's a death card. 8 of Wands. Knight of Cups. Ace of Cups. Justice. I think so. There's that Justice card again, and I've got a World card here, which is not only Anonymous, which is a worldwide hacker group, but also this is endings. This is end of chapter, end of book. I've got a Death card right here. You get a World card with a Death card, you're done. Nothing could be more done. Finished. Death knell. Ask not for whom the internet death knell rings. It rings for the 8 of Wands attacks on computer systems. This is Democrats having ammunition to move forward. Big stuff coming out that helps Democrats. Justice. You've got the World card and Death card here. You've got the people coming against you in the middle. You've got the Justice card at the end. I'd just go, whatever she's done, I'd just go turn myself in. I'm serious. This, oh, that's not going to end well for her. So, oh, goodness gracious. True, Electrostorm, she can always move to Russia. Honestly, says very good. Tacos for all. Yay! Whew. Jen Glenn says maybe the legal trouble will be revealed by Anonymous. Yeah, that's what it looked like. That they may bring up some stuff and get it to the right people to get her in a lot of trouble. M. Kelpie says, I wouldn't want those cards on me. I'm with you on that one. No, thanks. Oh. All right, cards went flying. Hold, please. There we go. There we go. Oh, right. At 54:30. A Texan GOP Congressman called out Tucker Carlson for pushing Russian propaganda on his show. Carlson, surprise, had a meltdown. As expected, and claims that Representative Michael McCaul, ranking Republican in the House Foreign Affairs Committee, is guilty of slander. Is Tuckums losing his support with the GOP elite? The powerful of the GOP. Ooh, boy. Just as Almenzi said, I wish they'd go after Tuckums. Well, is Tuckums losing some support, considering the Republican ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Michael McCaul, has called out Tucker Carlson for pushing Russian propaganda on his show. Carlson had a meltdown. I would imagine in the short term, McCaul might get some blowback, but is Tucker Rose losing GOP support? More raunchy, I like that. I don't like you actually repeating what I said, so it's slander. Yes. Yes, Isabel Mass. Putting out the truth isn't slander. Yes, agreed. Oh, and he puts out all kinds of blah. Blah. Yeah. Four of Cups. Tower. Judgment. Fool. King of Pentacles. Okay, in the short term, Tucker has a lot of power. In the long term, the Republicans are going to outlast one popular TV news anchor. I use that term loosely. They're going to still be standing. There's standing against what the Democrats are doing, and then there's the level of it. Then there is being so soft on an enemy of the U.S. that Russia has put out a memo. The government put out a memo to local stations around the country saying, you need to play more Tucker Carlson clips. What's happening with Putin, with the Ukraine our fight, plus January 6th stuff that's going to be coming out, just all of these things, Tower, there'll be judgment coming against Tucker for his support of Trump and these idiot dictators. And ultimately, it's the GOP, it's the Republican people in Congress who will still be there. So there's a slight turn, but I've never picked up on anything particularly bad happening to Tucker. Al Menzies asking, will he go under a rock and never be heard from again? Oh, I wish. Basically, he would just go home and roll around in his vault of money like Scrooge McDuck. And that's all I've ever picked up. But it does feel like this is not going to be a good year for Tuckio Rose. Oh, thank you, Diana. I'm a better news host than Tuckio Rose. And the news today. Yeah, Russians are saying, you are the best propaganda we have got in the U.S. And you keep on, he hasn't changed tack really much. Star. He is a star. King of Pentacles. He's got more money than Knight of Swords. Empress. Nine of Pentacles. Money. He attacks. There are Americans who put up with him. I'm not getting anything particularly bad happening to him. But he's a disgrace. And he will go down in history as a disgrace. What will the future at 1 hour, 30 seconds. 1:30. What will future generations think about Tucker Carlson? Oops. I have too much stuff here. Oh, well, I just have to wait. I think it's 101. I can't actually save. I've got too many characters in the description box right now. But trust me, the question's there. What will future generations think of Tucker Carlson? Hello, future generations. Other than a big who? Secrets. This could also, to me, this is also the higher octave of like the Page of Swords as a spy. It's somebody who has secrets. 3 of Cups, Hierophant. Who? Future generations will look back at this time as when Democrats fought to save democracy. That's kind of nice. I like it. Okay. Constance Campbell saying, surely his broadcast will be relegated to the dustbins. I think so. In many ways, the kind of the way that we look back on like the founding fathers, and there are a lot of my characters who were thorns in their sides, who were sympathizers with the British, not full-blown traitors, but just not nice, and a real thorn in their sides who we don't remember now. So, okay. True, Judith from the Netherlands. What a relief living this simple, honest life. I can sleep and look in the mirror. Exactly. And that's build your house next to the high road and you will have a good life. It won't be an easy life, but it'll be a good one. Um, 104. Okay, I have not read the article, but I'm sure I will. The DOJ may have overplayed its hand in the Steve Bannon case, potentially illegally spying on Bannon's lawyers' cell phone records and emails, along with other Americans who happen to share the lawyer's name, or lawyers' plural names. Will this potentially blow the prosecution's case and allow Bannon to walk free? Well done, geniuses. Yeah, things got a little away from them. However, well, one more time. Hold, please. Okay. Fumble that ball. Rebecca, Tucker's the gift that keeps on giving to Russia. DOJ. Steve Bannon walk free. Because apparently the judge is furious. Well, or maybe they got a warrant, but then they flubbed it. Steve Bannon. Krusty, as I call him. Ew. Now, they definitely found some truth in there. The problem is, does it all get thrown out? A priestess, I go looking for the secrets, looking for corrupt secrets, and it feels like they found some. Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Sun. It feels like it definitely helps him walking free. That's not good, because it feels like they did find stuff. Oh, I'm not talking about, I don't know about Krusty the Clown. I honestly, I didn't really watch the Simpsons very much. It wasn't my kind of thing, but he's just like crusty. It's just nasty. It looks like they found some stuff. But let me see if I can pick up anything else. So Steve Bannon is just going to, he's like 67-year-old Pigpen, just walking around with the dirt and the dust all over him. Okay. Yeah. So what's going to happen to Steve Bannon? He does not take care of himself. He really needs to do stuff so that he does not get blood clots. That's what I'm getting. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Oh, Menzie, so now not admissible? Very possibly. Queen of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Knight of Wands. He just keeps fighting his white supremacy garbage fight. It does not look good for the rest of us. It looks like he's just gonna be fine. Seriously, blood clots. He really needs to worry about blood clots. Oh, Sandy Miller. Ow, got a chest pain from Bannon. I was getting it more up here, but yeah, that too. Diana Cachet says Bannon is advertising on your channel. Gold fund. I always watch, so he has to pay you. Thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you. Oh boy, that's good. That's good. Ace of Wands. Oh, Bannon. Five of Cups. Seven of Swords. Four of Swords. Nine of... They had stuff. It's not admissible. Case done. They had stuff, but it was illegal theft of communications. They blew it. That stinks. That's what I'm getting. I hope I'm wrong. All right, 110 and a bit. 110, 30. No, 30. So, yes. All right. 9-term Nebraska Republican Congressman Jeff Fortenberry is finally in court to face the indictment he received in California for lying to the FBI about illegal campaign contributions. You're going to love this. The defense that Fortenberry is basing his career and potentially his freedom on is a bad cell phone connection. He claims his spotty service had him misunderstanding the question when asked about a Lebanese donor he'd met at least twice. Will his claim of reception versus deception sway the jury? I didn't lie to the FBI about my illegal campaign, about the illegal campaign contributions. I misunderstood the question. It was Dan Skiles says that judge is Trump appointed. That's probably not helping. Is this for Jeff? Dan Skiles, you're saying the judge is Trump appointed. Are you talking in the Bannon case or the Jeff Fortenberry case? Okay, well, they definitely went after him. Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Ace of Wands, Five of Cups. Really? This is all minor arcana. All the campaigning, and then, oh, look at this money I got. And then this is the other side saying, excuse you, that's not right. This is an action taken trying to knock down the arguments. Oh, Electrostorm, I've got times down, but what I've got here, it's so long it won't save. That's the problem I'm running into at the moment. I'm going to have to go back in and actually make some of the questions shorter so I can fit them all in. I'm trying to think what I could remove here so I can save it. Yeah, I'm not sure there's much. So I'm on a question about Republican Congressman Jeff Fortenberry, 9-term Nebraska Republican Congressman Jeff Fortenberry. So it was just the reception. I didn't understand. That's his plan. Doesn't have a better one. Magician, pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Sunspots. Solar flares. That's what it was. That's the truth. I don't think it's gonna work very well. Jamie Johnson, that's an idea. Copy it into a Word document. Seven Cups, lies, lying. Work it. No, the cards are ending with him. That's not working for him. So, nil point. Almendi could be. Yes, it could have been the Jewish space lasers. Yes. I love you guys. I love spending time with you. All right, 1:15:30. Retired Army Colonel, I should make this 45. Retired Army Colonel Douglas McGregor, a Fox News analyst seen regularly on Carlson and Ingraham's programs. I know that she says Ingram's or whatever, but I just Ingraham's, whatever. Anyway, so retired Army Colonel Douglas McGregor has recently fallen into hot water by publicly stating that America's problems can be blamed on rootless cosmopolitans. Think, oh, rootless cosmopolitans, that can't be that bad, can it? But it is an odd kind of phrase, like something you probably would only use if you'd heard it somewhere else, right? Right? It's a term Stalin used for Jews when he attempted a purge in Russia in 1952. Will Fox continue to host McGregor? And if so, will Carlson or Ingraham support his claims? America's problems can be blamed on the rootless cosmopolitans, a term Stalin used for Jews when he attempted a purge in Russia in 1952. Retired Army Colonel Douglas McGregor, a Fox News analyst. Lovely. Michelle Southern is asking, are they all pink and served in a martini glass? Six of Cups. Knight of Wands. Eight of Swords, Strength, Ten of Wands, and Knight of Cups. It's not good. It's not good PR for him. It just feels like, yes, he is that awful. He's just going forward saying what he thinks and what he thinks of the people who are causing America's problems. But America is strong without him. And there's a burden he's carrying because the people on the left are coming after him for using terms like that. Be Kind says, I don't understand this obsession with hating Jews. Don't ask me. I don't get it. Diane Scott says, Burger King is not pulling out of Russia yet. Well, they're saying they actually can't because of the way their franchise contracts are set up. But there are certain things they can pull out of, which they have. So I understand it. I could be wrong. Just three more cards on this jerk. Knight of Pentacles. Go forward and get that money. He's on the defensive, but he's where he is. He's just a more controversial figure now. That's all I'm getting on him. So anyway, 120 and a bit. The North Carolina State AG is now officially investigating Mark Meadows for voter fraud. Will charges be forthcoming? Oh, we can hope. I looked at this the other day, but I can't remember what I got. Oh, I'm sorry I look sleepy, Jane. Yes, I didn't get to sleep until late, and then I was up in the middle of the night because of a beeping smoke alarm. And it upset the cats, and I had to figure out which one it was, and it was up to me to do, and carrying my little ladder all over the house. So I'm sorry I'm tired today. Carson Reed says, I love our differences. It makes us interesting. Exactly. All right. 1, 21, 30. So North Carolina AG now officially investigating Mark Meadows for voters fraud. Will charges be filed? Feels possible. Electra Storm, you've got 2 hours until your next live stream. Take a nap. Thank you, Kate. Katie is saying diversity is the spice of life. Yes. Jane Weininger says, oh, fun. And then the cats rejoiced with the reason to be up and bothersome. Been there. Hope you sleep well tonight, dear. I'll be fine. Thank you. So, Mark Meadows. Who worked for a fool and is a fool himself. Judgment. Hanged Man. Magician. Page of Wands. This is the messenger. This was someone standing up. This is a suspension. It's coming under judgment. Being foolish. This is actually, he worked for a fool, but he is a fool. There's a possibility here. Will Mark Meadows be indicted for voter fraud, be charged with voter fraud? Mark Meadows. Oh, you are a vile, rotten jar of mayonnaise, aren't you? Queen of Swords. That's an investigation. Those are investigators. That's my card for investigators. 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, 8 of Wands. Okay, this is odd. This is, he didn't have a right to be voting there. This is him continuing to do stuff. Go about his awful ways. But this card, this should be, if those are those 2 cards, this should be, this 4 of Swords, this should be an end to either the charges against him don't go forward, or it just goes silent for so long that it may as well have gone silent. But it doesn't feel like that. It feels like he doesn't win. He doesn't contest it. So he, pays a fine? That's odd. I don't know. Any idea what the, anybody happen to know what, in North Carolina, what the punishment is for voter fraud? I mean, you can take some poor African-American woman and stick her in prison for 6 years over a mistake, a simple mistake. But this jerk just walks free. 15 months in jail, DLC says. I wonder, yeah, this is about the voter registration at the trailer. Yes, Al Menzi. Months in jail. I wonder if he gets like a suspended sentence or something stupid. Oh, yeah. Voter fraud is the worst thing ever. Maybe there's some punishment, or he does go to jail. This is us being pleased as somebody being sort of held, but for held accountable. But this is him back out doing his thing. So yes and no. Snow Wolf says the vote wasn't even counted for that woman of color. Exactly. It was a provisional ballot, which means, I'm not sure if this is a thing, so I'll fill out this provisional ballot, but double check. And if it's not workable, don't count it. Al Menzi, justice, white man versus black woman. Mm-hmm. Exactly. There's some success, but he's still back out there. All right. So I'm getting from Mark Meadows. 127. Paula had a question. Last century was a pandemic, Spanish flu, followed by war, World War II, followed by an explosion in technology and space travel going to the moon. Is this century following the same pattern? And it's the 20s, so shouldn't we have fantastic Art Deco things going on? So here's me doing the Charleston. Is this century going to follow the pattern? Pandemic at the end of the teens. '20th century. Ten of Swords. Every century has their pain. Ace of Swords. I'm going to guess, was there ever a vaccine for the Spanish flu? I didn't think there was. So Ace of Swords, Three of Wands, 10 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Lover's card. No. Different astrological forces, different forces within culture and the world. I don't have war cards here. And space travel, there's definitely going to be, we're shooting all kinds of stuff up into space. That's a given. No, it's got its own. The astrological forces are different, so. So just hang in there. I'm not picking up World War III. Not anytime soon. That's what I don't get. I don't pick up on it at all. I just don't. So. All right, and a message for us at 1:30. Let's get a message for us. Okay. A message for us. Take care of each other. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. Shockwave, I'll read on more questions tomorrow. Sorry. A message for us. Take care of each other. Take care of each other. Be kind to each other. We're in this together. Hug the people you love. Hug your animals. Hug. But be good to yourself. You have value within yourself. You are precious. You are precious. You are precious. Queen of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Six of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. 10 of Cups. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow, steady, and kind wins the race. The things in the past are just the past. This is the card of nostalgia. But it's dead. Nostalgia. It's going back to things that are gone. You can't do anything about them. Even when it seems like we don't have enough physical stuff, we actually have so much more bounty around us every day than generation after generation after generation had. Just be kind and help each other, but value yourself. Because just like there are people who you think are precious, you are precious. So keep that in mind. Don't let go of that. All right, that's going to do it for me for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with all the crazy, but we made it through. Thank you, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. It is 1:53 p.m. here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel doing creative sprints. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow to read some more of your political questions. So hang in there. Yes, be kind. I always think of Mr. Rogers. Look for the helpers. That's what his mother used to say to him. When there was a catastrophe on TV or something, she would say, look for the helpers. All right, hang in there. And please value yourself. That's the big message for today. Value yourself. You are precious. We are all made of the same stuff. We are all from the same source. So hang in there. All right. And there are good days ahead. There are. All right. And I'll see you later, or I'll see you tomorrow.